Before I start my speech, I would like to ask you a question. Have you ever heard of some sentences like, "Hey, are you free tonight?" Or, "We should be free from the violation." Or, "Freedom, the sweetest fruit that I've ever tasted." Freedom, a word that we're familiar with. However, have you ever asked yourself, what is freedom? Something useful? Something illegible? Or something powerful? In many aspects of our daily lives, we quote it, we use it, we claim it, we defend it, even we die for it. So, I would like to ask, what kinds of the attitude should we hold when speaking of freedom? According to the political philosophers, freedom was originally defined as having the liberty to do whatever you want without restraint by others. However, there's a question. What if your desire collides with others? So, they revise the meaning as having the liberty to do whatever you want without doing harm to others' rights. It provides the chances to choose freely. However, whether your goals are achievable or not was not taken into consideration. So, I would like to ask, I remember that. When it comes to a group, we have to ask that, what is the use of freedom? What is the correlations between individual and the group? Let's back into 1950s. After the WW2, we can observe that the world is almost democraticalized. What is democraticalized? Because at that time, so many democratic countries, they built political and military alliances to rival against those communities. So we could see that Taiwan was also involved in that kind of atmospheres. And you could see those American cultures affect us from head to toe. And in our political fields, you could see democratical systems was gradually transplanted into our political fields. So, it seems that democracy is the best. It seems that democracy is the best solution to solve those terrible situations like economic recession. It seems that democratic system is the only thing that could provide us hope. It seems that democracy system is the only thing to be out. But as you could see, so many phenomena have proved that democracy is not as good as what we expected. The emphasis of individual rights gave rise to political indifference. So you could see, so many people are striving for their survivals alone. They have no help because what you should do is care about yourself. Is that what we want? Is that kind of the ideal that we desire for? Is that called fair? As we could see, the social injustice is very, very, very terrible. So I think we are in the era of freedom, but also we are in the era of loss. If freedom was not the appropriate way to make our world better, then what kinds of the options we will have? So we should not take it for granted, because freedom as the right that we're born to have, it is also an important lesson that we should learn forever. What accompanies with rights is responsibilities. Every single person has the responsibility to make the world better, to make the world in a great communion. So, after my speech, I hope that you could rethink about the definition of freedom and let our world be better. Toastmaster of the evening.